So I'm doing all this research. Hoagland's book totally blew my mind. I'm seeing there's ruins on the moon, there's ruins on Mars. Somebody's been out in our solar system for a long time. Then in 1996, I read this Law of One material, which the first book of which is called the Ra material, because Ra is the name of the source. It claims to be a positive entity that helped the Atlanteans and the Egyptians way back when, and their message got distorted and confused, and they had to withdraw. Then they come back, and they were able to get through people that were actually doing intuitive channeling and get messages through. Now, in general, I don't really endorse channeling at all. I think it's kind of really taken a big downturn. But you read this stuff, it's like diving into some frickin' scientific manual that has all this jargon and all this very interesting stuff going on. And Corey, we're about to get into the space program, but when you were in the program, did they know about this?
Yes, absolutely. The rank and file were told that it was Luciferian and evil to stay away from it.
Right.
But the brass were encouraged to read it and a number of other books.
So the thing that blew my mind is that there was so much stuff in this Law of One that matched up with the research I had gotten out of 3 years of reading probably 300 books. And it's a terrible shame because I left my computer behind when I moved from New York in the house that I'd been staying in, and I had a complete list of every book I'd read in college, and it was about 300. And I lost that file, which drives me crazy. Anyway, here's the cosmology, because it's not just all this weird stuff about ETs, it's a philosophy that they're teaching in this material, and it's very strange. It says that the only thing in the universe that really exists is identity, consciousness. Meaning there's only one identity, there's only one consciousness in the universe. Then it basically says this cosmic consciousness became lonely or bored, something like that, and it decided to experience multiplicity. But the trick is, it can't just sit there like somebody crazy in the corner with two puppets on his hands and, ha 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 ha, oh yeah, yeah. It had to actually give each piece free will to be able to define its own curriculum. And so that law of free will becomes central to the whole discussion. The law of free will. Free will must be preserved for anybody in the universe, which means if you violate free will, you get karma. The universe then separated into these 7 major layers that we could think of like the colors of the rainbow or the sounds in the white keys in the piano called the diatonic or solfeggio scales, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And each of these colors represents a dimension, if you will. So there's 7 major dimensions, and they all correspond with your 7 chakras in the body, these energy centers moving from the root chakra up to the crown. So they say these are actual planes of existence, and weirdly enough, they say you have bodies in each density. So even though we're human here, you're also multidimensional. You already have a 4th dimensional, 5th dimensional, 6th dimensional, and 7th dimensional body, and you are also the one creator at the same time. And all those things are happening at once because actually there is no time.